Hello everyone, I'm Philip Kai. I am 22 years old and I was here in the culture class this semester in 2025 and I really liked it. It was one of my favorite classes I had here in Taiwan. I was studying for a semester abroad here in Taiwan at Providence University and it's slowly coming to an end. It's going faster than I thought, it's already gonna be over in the next 2 weeks and in my head we just started it. I'm really upset about that. Going back to Germany is gonna be a hard change for me. And in this video I want to talk about the Taiwanese culture I got to experience and maybe some differences to Germany. And for example, what I would like to start with, one of the biggest changes for me was living in such an environment here in Asia. But I really enjoyed it, even though my apartment didn't have any own kitchen, so that was quite a change. Going out for dinner every time, I couldn't think of that doing it in Germany, but I enjoyed it here, so you don't have to do the dishes or you can eat what you want, and there's a lot of food around here as well. The Taiwanese culture or how they are living life is just connected to each other and everything feels much more lively than in Germany. And for example, even going to the supermarket, it's so different because here in Asia, I don't know how often I've been to a 7-Eleven or Family Mart. It's probably twice a day, and in Germany, if I go to a supermarket, it's probably twice a week. So that's a big difference for me as well. And now we're already talking about food, so I can continue with, for example, the nightlife or the night market. And the Taiwanese culture is, I think, super different to what I have experienced before that, because night markets, we don't have them in Germany or anything like that. And I think it's super cool to have something like that where you can eat, hang out with friends and walk around, go for shopping. You can pretty much do everything at a night market. And in general, the culture is just going out together and doing stuff together, and I think that's one of the biggest or the best things here about Taiwan, that you're spending your time together with other people and not by yourself. And of course, if we want to talk about something different, when it comes to Taiwan, the landscape, the nature is just amazing. When we arrived here, it was super cold, that I didn't expect at all that it's gonna be that cold. And after a few months, it got super hot. So there's nothing in between, it's either cold or super hot. And I really like the nature or the landscape. For example, when we were at the culture trip that we did with this class to the mountains, I really enjoyed it. It was the first time for me being in the Taiwanese mountains and I really liked it going there. And in general, the cultural trip we did, I think, was one of my favorite experiences here in Taiwan. The whole trip itself was pretty cool. For example, going to the school and greeting all the kids, seeing how they be happy about us coming there, and trying, for example, the bamboo rice was quite an experience, and walking around there. And then of course the night was pretty interesting too, and I liked it that we all were there together and we spent our time there together. And for example, I had another class as well, for the international marketing class, and we were at some schools and an elderly home, and I think that was pretty exciting and interesting insights as well, because I didn't think that I was going to an elderly home here in Taiwan. I think it was just interesting to see the similarities or the differences between our elderly homes and the elderly homes here in Taiwan. And the same thing is for the schools. I found it super interesting to have a lesson with the kids and teach them something in a playful surrounding. I think this was really one of my favorite moments since I've been here in Taiwan. So in general, about the Taiwanese culture, I would say the things I appreciated the most was just the kindness of everyone. You don't have to be scared of anything or going out alone. No one is going there to harass you or anything. And for example, if you're in a situation where, you don't have anyone to help, or you just seem like you're stuck in something, they're always there to help you. And for example, ordering in restaurants, they're always trying to translate it to you or trying their best to speak English, and I think that's pretty cool. And to conclude all that, coming here to Taiwan to study here for 1 semester abroad was one of my favorite experiences ever had in my life, and I'm not regretting it with anything. I would come here back anytime, and I love just all the things I already mentioned. So, and all these things I think came together in the cultural trip. The food, the nature, the people, and all that just made this one of my favorite experiences here in Taiwan. Thank you for listening.